Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we're going to have AJ. AJ is from England in the UK. So let's see what AJ has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, AJ. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Thanks so much for taking the time for the interview this evening. Thank you.
Yeah,
So,
of
tell
course.
me, how was your day today?
I had an all right day today. How was your day?
Was good? Yeah, it
Yeah.
was good. I think the weather in London, it's been a bit cloudy today, but I think, it's warm now. Every day gets a bit warmer.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell me where you're from.
I'm from Macclesfield, so that's way up north, which the weather is not as nice.
Born and raised?
Yeah.
So tell me something interesting about your hometowns, something that stands out compared with other places in the UK.
Um. Well, it's a it's quite a chill town when it needs to be. There's always chaos every now and then, but um, I mean, it's famous for Joy Division, the band. Ian Curtis grew up here.
Okay.
Yeah, I've lived there my whole life, and I think when I was younger, I didn't appreciate it as much, and now I learned to appreciate that it's a nice place to live.
If I would come there for the very first time, tell me a place that I shouldn't miss it. That I need to visit.
That you need to visit. I'd say okay. There's an axe. Have you ever been axe throwing?
No?
It's fun. There's an axe throwing place there where you can yeah, you just throw axes. But yeah, it's really fun. Yeah.
I see. So let's start the interview talking about your career as a musician, as a singer. So tell me how everything started.
Um, Everything started when I was about 11, and I had my first music lesson in school, and I just sort of felt like I needed to do this forever, and I just want to keep doing it. So I learned the guitar first, and yeah, I've always been into music, and then I started writing songs when I was about 13, and then yeah, I've been doing it since, and there's no end in sight. I don't think I'm going to stop doing it. So yeah, it's what I love.
That's amazing. And you do you perform sometimes certain places? How does work your schedule?
Yeah, yeah. I play live. I'm starting to do that more now. I used to just mainly focus on stuff at home and creating music and videos and stuff. But yeah, I started playing live recently, especially in Macclesfield. I've done a few gigs in the last few weeks, and I think I'm doing one very soon as well. So yeah, exciting.
Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey, okay?
Yep. Yeah, I'm in.
But before we start our journey within the Magic Box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself or maybe something that not many people know about you.
Okay. I am a black belt in karate.
Wow.
Yeah. I started karate when I was about 5, but it never really comes into a conversation. I don't like. I feel like if I just say it, it sounds like I'm bragging, and if I say it out loud, I feel like someone's going to try and like test me and see if they can beat me in a fight. So yeah, I did karate for about 10 years, and it was
Wow.
great. Yeah,
And you still practice or not? It was just in the past for you.
yeah. I've not done karate in a long time. I do want to get back into it though.
Amazing. AJ, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through memories in life and share your point of views?
Sure. Yeah.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's do it. Right, before we start the interview, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about or you don't want to answer, always change. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Amazing. First question is, if you could be any age, what age would you choose and why?
I think I would be. Is this forever?
Yeah, let's say forever, yes.
I think I'd be 21 forever.
Why is that?
I think when I turned 21, I was really excited, and it's like the age where you start realizing what you want to do. And then 22 was the first year that I turned where I was like, I don't want to be 22. I don't want to get older. So I'm almost 24 now, and I think, yeah, 21 seems like the best age for me.
Aging for you is something that bothers you, or you just see as a matter of life?
I yeah, I it, do- it I guess because I do music, I don't want to get too old. So, I mean, yeah, I think like if I'm trying to like make it and become successful, I don't want to be like 40 and do it then. I want to like I feel like I've got to do it now. So, yeah.
I see. As you mentioned about being 21, so tell me something about yourself when you were 21 and now we are 24. Tell me something that you've changed about yourself, or tell me something that you changed about your views or your mindset. There's something when you look back.
Yeah. Um well, when I was 21, it was quite an important age. It was when I started being aware that I had ADHD.
Okay,
So it was about trying to deal with that on top of life because it can be difficult to have and without the right help, it's a struggle. So I'd say that's like a very definitive moment in my life. But apart from that, like I just had a lot of fun when I was 21. It was when I really got close to my friends and we started like doing things and yeah, yeah.
amazing, very good. Next question, let's do it. Hey, AJ. Next question is, what is the biggest risk have you ever taken?
I'd say the biggest risk I've taken is choosing music over um a job because because um yeah, it's I've got to make up for all the money that I haven't made working in a job. I mean, I did have a job. It was a long time ago,
Uh,
and I was terrible at it. I'm really not good at doing things that I'm not passionate about. So the biggest risk I've
wow.
taken is fully going for the music career. Yeah.
Tell me the moment that when you realized that, oh my God, I was born to be a musician. I was born to be involved in music. There's nothing else I can do. Tell me, there was a moment in your life, or just genuinely, gradually, you kind of realized that.
Yeah. I'd say I do always remember having um like peculiar reactions to music. Like I
Hmm.
remember I'd be I don't know, I'd be out with my family and a song would come on and I think I could have been like 8 and I'd just have this really like I'd be like transfixed on the music and like I'd start feeling really like overwhelmed and sad and I'd be like, oh, this wow, th- can no one else is no one else feeling this? And it's like I think that was like the more that went on, I started realizing that I just had a very deep connection to a lot of music, and it just made me think, well, I want to be a part of that. So yeah,
And did you have the support of your family at the time, growing up as a musician?
yeah. That is one thing that I am very lucky with is that the big risk that I'm taking it is if they yeah if my friends and family weren't behind me, it would be a lot harder. So
Totally.
yeah.
I think it makes a difference when you have the support of your I think especially your parents, because they know you very well. They are there to, to back you up. I think that's you feel safe, if you can just go for it. Because as you know, in the industry, there are so many people that they don't have the support of friends or their parents, because there's stigma saying that, oh, it's not a job, it's
Mm,
just a phase, it's not gonna make money. So I understand, but when your parents, they believe in you, when they kind of somehow support you, that's it. You feel like, you know what, I just can go for it. That's
mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
And which person in your family, or in your life right now, you feel more connected with or more close to, for any reason?
Hmm. Well, definitely both my parents are supportive in different ways.
Okay.
You know, I'd say my mum offers a lot more of like the emotional support when it comes to believing in yourself and
Uh,
doing that. And then my dad is like one of the reasons I got into music. So the kind of the guidance and the appreciation they like what I do. So it does help to hear that. So yeah,
okay, so both of them they're watching this interview right now, and you have a moment, an opportunity to send them a message. What would you say? They're watching.
a message to
Yeah,
them.
you can say anything. They're watching this interview
Uh
now.
well, yeah, I'd say pursuing this career would be a lot harder if it wasn't if I wasn't supported by them. So um yeah, I appreciate my friends and family. I appreciate all their support, and you know they're all with me on it, and they'll travel far and wide to see me,
Wow.
and yeah, I think I've got a good community of people around me.
Do you feel a bit nervous when you know that your parents they are in the audience watching you or not?
Yeah, I I could play in front of 100 strangers without
Uh-huh.
worry. I could not play in front of one of my parents in a room.
Wow.
it, there's times where I'll have my parents will be at gigs, but I won't be able to see them, and you know they'll sort of like they won't be. But
Uh-huh.
if I was one on one with them, I would not be able to sing. I just wouldn't be able to do
Interesting.
it. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, before the next question, tell me what's the biggest joy of being single? What do you like the most about it?
The hmm, I think the constant it can be really frustrating at times to doubt yourself and your ability, but I think it's also such a cool thing when you really because I started singing during COVID when I
Okay.
actually said because I was in a band before and I was the guitarist and I started
Wow.
proper singing during COVID and the when you really you know if you have an ear for music like it's a lot easier to sing and I feel like because I've been doing music for so long and then I started singing it felt like it was just an added element rather than like a completely new thing. And when
Yeah.
you know surprising yourself and oh I couldn't hit that note a month ago, I can hit that now, and it's like the constant progression I think is the most fun about it, and especially playing live. If people appreciate what you're singing and that you're passionate about it, it really builds a connection.
And the opposite side, what do you find most challenging about the music industry?
I think the music industry it can be a bit toxic when it comes to companies, labels, and social media. I think because to sell your music now online, you almost have to make it not about your music. It's almost like, oh, well, what's a good marketing
Yeah.
tactic? And truly, I want to gain my success from people liking what I do and appreciating it. So that's probably the hardest thing, trying to stay authentic when there's so many things that are telling you to just sell out or just go the easier option and get more views and stuff. And I think it is hard, yeah.
It's so interesting saying that, AJ, because I was watching an interview the other day with a musician back in Brazil, and this musician was saying that nowadays for you need to have all this pressure in your mind because you need to write your songs, you have the passion of doing it, to put all your soul there, and suddenly you need to think about how I'm gonna, you need to catch somehow their attention in seconds, in minutes, and sometimes if you don't get that, if you don't catch their attention, you just miss the
Mm.
opportunity, and I think it's so sad because there are so many great music out there. Music is about connection. You need to have time to connect to the music. You need to listen to it. You need to have time for you to appreciate the lyrics, the passion about it. And
Mm.
if you're gonna do a hit that's gonna hit you, I understand. I understand that the world we live right now, it's about everything's very fast. Sometimes something classic gets your attention, it just keep in your ears. But sometimes I think we need to be more open-minded about that, not just about that, but somehow give the opportunity for, to listen a little bit more for all the other songs or something for you to connect it more. That's how I see as well. It's quite sad in a way, but in a way, it's just the world we live right now. You just need
Yeah.
somehow to adjust yourself, and not losing what I mean, your truly self out there. I think you need to have both, but your mark, your thing needs to be there always, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question is, what's your favorite place in the entire world and why?
My favorite place in the entire world. That's difficult. I'd say the city of Liverpool.
Wow.
I think Liverpool might be my favorite place. There's a lot of places I want to go abroad, but for like I don't know the feeling and also my family are from Liverpool, and I just love everything about it, and I think yeah, I just love the people, I love the music, the football, the yeah everything, and yeah, just a
Wow.
great city.
What's the biggest joy of being AJ? What do you like the most about being you?
The thing I like the okay. What do I like the most about being me? I'd say I'd say I'm a free spirit.
Okay.
I I'm very much I'm very passionate about a lot of things, and sometimes yeah that can be annoying if you don't get your way, or you don't feel like someone else feels that passion that you do. But I feel very strong about a lot of things. Like I love films and music and just yeah a lot of things. And I think so the best thing I'd say is yeah having feeling like I can just try something, and or maybe, like
Wow.
even like a hobby, just try something and see, because I feel I can have a lot of fun with most things.
Wow. What will be the title of your memoir one day?
I'd say I made it past 27.
Why that? Why the
uh,
number?
it's a common thing with musicians not making it to 27, and
Interesting.
yeah, I think yeah it would have to be some sort of ironic joke, because I'm yeah I don't take myself as a person like too seriously. I like to have fun, so yeah.
And when people they read your memoir, what's a message or something that would you like people to take with them?
I think everyone in the world has a special talent. I think there is
Yes.
something for everyone that if they figure it out, they'll be made for it. And I think it's always important to try and explore that. If you don't feel like you found that, just try different things and be open minded. I'd say I think it's very important to be open minded if you want to try new things in life. And yeah,
Totally. Great point. I think be open minded. It just opens so many doors. You connect to so many people. People they feel attached to you. They feel like, oh my god, I want to spend time with with you, because they feel like they can be themselves. They can explore the way they are. And I think it's about be open minded. It just open a lot of doors for sure. In any way in your life, could be
Mm.
professionally, could be personal, could be you make friends, people they just connect with us, and I think it's a great place to be. Wow, good one. 3 questions left. Let's do it. You like dancing?
I only if I've had a few. Only if I've had a few. I'm not a natural dancer. I like to think when I'm a bit drunk I'm the best dancer in the in the place, but probably not.
Right. So before the next question, let's do a little game. So let's pretend that your phone is gonna ring one day, and you're gonna choose anyone in the world for you to open their concert. They're gonna go. These artists are gonna go on a world tour, and suddenly they're gonna go like, okay, I need to call AJ to open my concert. He's the one prepared for that. The second part is you're gonna receive a call one day for someone saying, you know what, I would love to record a song with AJ. Tell me this artist as well. And the third part of the question is another artist is gonna call you and say, you know, AJ, I have a plan to record a music at the same time to do a video clip together. So I'd like you to be in my video and singing along with me. So tell me those three names that you'd like to receive those calls one day.
Can they be dead or alive?
Either way.
Okay. So to support an artist, I would go with
to open their concert, like in a world tour. Okay.
I would go with Radiohead.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the main reasons I started doing music, so I'd say them. To write music with, is it? Did you say
to record a song, just one song in their album, just one, to collaborate in a music. It's gonna be the first song they're gonna work. It's gonna be the main song in their in their project.
I would love to. I feel like do you know Chris Cornell?
It rings a name.
He was in Soundgarden.
Okay.
He is my biggest inspiration, and if not Chris Cornell, I would go Jeff Buckley.
No, just one. You can just one to do the song with you. Just the song, to record the song.
To record, I'll go Chris Cornell.
And the third one, you're gonna receive a call for this person to, of course, gonna record a song and make the video clip as well together. So tell me which artist that would be.
I'll go more modern. I'll go Billie Eilish.
Okay. Right. So let's pretend that three of them just mentioned out, they are with us still. Okay. Now the question is gonna be a bit tougher now. Those three phone calls you're gonna receive. One, you're gonna call back straight away. The other one, you're gonna go just send a message, say, I'll call you back later. And the third one, you're gonna ignore him for now. So tell me, oh my God, which one you're gonna call back straight away?
Chris Cornell.
Okay. Which one you're gonna send a message, I'll call you back later?
Radiohead.
Oh my God. And you just ignore the other one. Okay.
I'm gonna have to ignore Billie Eilish, yeah.
All right, I know stuff, but anyway. Next question is, if you could be in somebody's place or somebody's skin for 24 hours, for any reason, who that would be and why? Just to see the way they feel or the way they think, the way they act, could be for any reason. If you could spend 24 hours in their place just to have an understanding more about this person, who that would be?
I'd probably go with maybe an actor. Do you know what? I'll go Jesse Plemons. I think he's a great actor, and he looks like he lives a really fun life, and he's quite, he's very down to earth, and I think,
wow,
yeah, it'd just be a crazy life, yeah.
And what's the meaning of life for you when you think about life, AJ?
The meaning of life. I think, like I said before, if you're passionate about something, just do it. Just do it. It's because you've only got one life, and you've got to take the opportunities, and you might fail.
Yeah.
But if you, there's only so many times you can fail. If you keep doing it, you're gonna succeed, and that's the reason most people fail. It's because they stop trying because they're scared to fail again. So yeah, just go for it.
Tell me a life lesson that life has taught you that you feel very grateful for.
Yeah. I would say, so I tend to be more of a negative person. And what that has taught me is, if I was someone who was always positive and always had, was always happy and always felt good about something, I feel like I wouldn't appreciate the good moments as much. I think when you think more pessimistic, then you'll have bad days, you'll have
Yep.
moments, and then when you have that great day, you really feel like you live in the moment, and it's really important to acknowledge that you get those days.
Absolutely. And I think all of us, we have those bad days, let's say down days, and someone said here in the interview once, this lovely lady said that her dad once told her that it's okay to go to those sad moments, but don't stay there. That's interesting. I like this concept, because you cannot avoid them. You're gonna go there at one point, and it's healthy as well. I think it's great for us to go there, because life would be boring if we just blue skies, beautiful
Mm.
flowers. You wouldn't learn anything. And sometimes we go to those places, and it's not wrong with that. But don't stare. Go back to the point there. But
Yeah.
I like that. Just the fact that as well, AJ, is a halfway of the improvement, because when you accept it, about ourselves, it's about improving. You already know it, because sometimes we live a life knowing that we don't know there's a problem there, or there's a situation there. But when you know it, when you accept it, when you embrace it, it's halfway of the journey of improvement. So it's a good sign. That's positive. You see, you are positive in a way.
Yeah, it is weirdly a positive view, yeah.
Amazing. Two questions left. Let's do it. Okay, next question is gonna be very easy for you. What does family mean to you?
Family means support and safety. I
Oh,
think I think if you've got a family that you feel safe with for who you are, then they support you, and that's all a family can give. That I think that's everything you need.
do you have siblings as well, or you are the only child? The only child.
I have a younger brother, yeah.
See, he's in the music industry as well, or not?
He is a musician himself, yeah.
No way, really.
Yeah, yeah. It runs in the family.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
somehow you being the older one, somehow you give him some tips about the music industry, or what's the connection between both of you?
Yeah. So I started teaching him music from like when he was 4 or 5.
Oh,
So
wow.
like he's probably like, so at the age that he's at now, when I was at that age, he's better than when I was because I hadn't learned then. So um yeah, and if I learn anything in the future, yeah, I'd have to tell him because
It's
you don't want to get
amazing.
caught out in the music industry. Yeah.
And what's the biggest difference between both of you?
I think there's quite a lot. I think we're very different in music or in general.
In general, in
In
personality?
general, I think we just like to disagree with each other on everything, but one thing we have in common is we're very stubborn. But I'd say a difference we have is
He's very positive. I'm joking.
no, I think he's more negative than me. So
Oh my
yeah, there you
God.
go. I'm the positive one. Yeah. Um,
It's not fair. He's not here to defend himself. It's not fair. You
I
say,
know. True. Yeah.
don't worry, I'm gonna get him at the matchbox as well, so he can have the chance to defend himself. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Amazing. Last question. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Last one. Okay, before the last question, tell me a moment in your career that so far you're gonna go like, you know what? I live to live this moment. I always remember this moment so far. There is a moment that stands out in your career.
Yeah. I think when I was 18 and it was just after COVID, and I was in my old band and we played Manchester Academy. And I think when we did that, it did feel surreal. I think because we were walking through to like the backstage, like the green room, and we were seeing like the pictures of all the people who'd played there and like been in that room. And
Wow.
I was yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I don't think I'll forget that.
Wow. Amazing. Last question for you is, oh my God, that's my favorite question of the Magic Box and came up for you. Wow. Send away a message to someone, but you don't need to tell who this message is for. Just the person watching gonna go like, you know what? I know this message is for me.
That's a really good question.
I love it. It's my favorite one, the Magic Box. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's a really good question, but it's a really tough one. Okay. Oh,
Look to the camera and tell. So they're gonna be watching. They're gonna go like, I'm sure it's for me. I know it's hard. I know.
I'd say clean your car.
Oh my God. I was expecting something so more like deep and very,
If I,
but it's okay. It's
yeah,
personal. The person would know and they're gonna feel
yeah.
special for that. For sure. Why not? I love
Mm.
it. Amazing. I can see all your friends. My God, and it's me or not? I'm sure this person knows. I'm sure. That's great.
Yeah.
Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to say some words. Just tell me one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
Right.
Let's start with money,
Rich.
fear,
Nothing.
family,
Everything.
life,
End.
of course, love,
Live.
religion,
Foundation.
sex,
Rush.
politics,
Broken.
friendship,
Not broken.
desire,
Passion.
regret,
Past.
success.
Needed.
The way you said needed.
Needed.
Wish,
Cake.
happiness,
Sun.
sun.
I feel happy in the sun. When it's sunny, it
Oh,
makes me happy.
oh, I see. I thought you said son, like you have a son. I was like, oh, I didn't know you had a son.
No, I'm
That's
too,
what I
too
thought.
young for that. Yeah.
All right. One word for England.
Weather.
By the way you said, it means was a very English
Yeah.
weather, yeah. One word for Liverpool.
Gerard.
Why? I'm joking. I'm joking. Right. And the last one now, music. One word.
Love.
Amazing. Let's pretend I'm going to meet your best friend for a coffee and I'm going to ask your best friends. Define AJ in one positive and one negative word only. What your best friend would say about you.
Okay. They would say a negative is he's very stubborn.
Hmm?
And very he'll debate about anything.
Interesting.
A positive he'd say is hopefully one of the most driven people I know, and will never give up.
It's amazing. What's your star sign astrology? I don't know if you believe in astrology. What's your star sign?
Oh, I believe I am a Taurus.
So you are in April, May?
May, yeah.
So your birthday is very soon then.
It is, yeah.
Any plans for the celebration?
I think we usually go. I usually go with my friends to a theme park or something, but
Okay.
I don't like doing it too close to my birthday because I don't really like celebrating my birthday.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Let's play now AJ and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, before you ask me the question, tell me what music has taught you so far.
Music has taught me to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
You can't force a good idea, and that's everything in life. You can't force something. You have to surround yourself with the things that you love, and in music it's the music you love, listening to new music, and it just creates this path. And if you're a creative, it'll guide you, through it. And I spent too much time trying to force an idea and getting frustrated, hitting dead ends, and I think the best thing to do is to just, yeah, you've got to be driven
Mhm.
but patient.
Yeah, I think the balance, you know what I mean? Somebody told me once that it's amazing to be driven. I'm like you. I love to be, doing something. I love to achieve things. I believe in everything I do. However, it's not just up to you. You know what I mean? Everything needs to work at the same time as well. Because if you put
Mm.
yourself too much, power there, too much energy, you get drained. You get a little bit lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everything needs to work together, even the weather, even the people around you, everything needs to be on the same level for you to achieve things in life. It's okay to keep going, you need to be hard all the time. However, you need to be kind to the journey, and to the journey that's it's happening somehow. You just need to go for it and understand that
Mm.
everything is happening at the same time and together to get things done. Yeah, you can ask me a question now.
Yeah. I will go with so what is something or someone in life that you take for granted?
Oh, that's a great question. Wow, AJ. Wow, if I'm not wrong, I had here so many interviews, over 1,000 interviews around the globe, and I don't think anyone ever asked me this question before, and I love it.
Oh wow.
You know what? You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first thing that came to my mind is, I think it's about, I feel the luckiest person in the world, AJ. I feel so lucky, when I look back about my life back from Brazil, I moved all the way to Portugal on my own when I was 19-year-old. So,
Wow.
when I look back, I've done so much in my life as young. So I think I took some time granted for, people around me. I have people around me that's friends, that's, they, my God, I think all of us, we think, my God, we have the best friends, we have the best people around us. And I feel it and I know it, they are around me, even though not physically, but I know they cheer up for me. I know when I say something good or something, they're always there, and I feel their happiness. I feel they get even more excited than myself sometimes when I share something. They go like, for example, when I started doing the show, my best friend who lives in Canada, he said, William, I'm going to do a website for you. He literally did the whole website for me.
Wow.
And I even
Yeah.
didn't think about it. Recreate everything. And I remember he spent hours, and he spent he was so excited about the show that I was like, my God. When he showed me the website, I was like, I even didn't think about creating a website. I just want to work on social media. And he made the whole website, and it gets even better. For you to have a website, you need to pay like a fee yearly, and you need to pay, to keep the name and everything. He
Mm.
paid for 5 years. Can you imagine?
Oh
He
my.
didn't let
Wow.
me even. I said, I even didn't know that you need to pay for it. And once I asked him, I said, Julian, by the way, I'm sure there's a cost behind. I said, don't worry about it. I said, no, please. So he told me. I was like, oh my God, why did you do that? So imagine, so you have an idea.
Oh
So
yeah.
back to your question, AJ, I literally sometimes took granted for it. You know what I mean? Because my friends, they were there for me. They're always gonna be. Sometimes I let them down for different reasons. Sometimes, I just let my emotions speak louder than me. Sometimes I just wasn't there for different reasons. And when I look back, I feel like, what, you took for granted sometimes. But the good part is, at least I spotted. At least I knew I was
Yeah.
wrong, made it
Yeah.
right, and somehow I made it up. And even though they're still there for me, and they always will be. I love your question, and that's my answer. I think for sure. Not just my best friend. I have other friends as well that I call like my angels. They are always there for me, and sometimes I let them down. You know what I mean? And literally, I let them down sometimes, and I felt the worst. I felt horrible, but in the same time as well, I felt like that made me understand how much those people, they matter for us, how much they are, they mean a lot. And sometimes, you make mistakes sometimes, and that makes you appreciate even more their friendship or family or anyone around you, that they love you so much. And sometimes you don't know how much they love you until
Mm.
you make something wrong, or you let them down for some reason, and you go like, oh my God, what have I done? But anyway, I think that's a genuine answer for you, and I would say that for sure. I can tell with my heart open, I let them down. in the past. I had situations that I wasn't there and I felt horrible, but I learned a lesson as well at the same
Yeah.
time. Amazing. Great question.
Thanks. I'll take it. It's
Did,
a great answer.
did you enjoy the interview?
Yeah, it was loads of fun. Yeah.
Thanks again, AJ. Thanks again for being so open. I love the way you expose yourself through music. I love the way you are so open about yourself as well,
Yeah.
about your negative, your positive, the way you approach life. And I think it's amazing to be open about it. As you mentioned before about being open-minded. You're not perfect. We are never perfect, and it's there's no perfection anyway. And it's good for us to understand our negative side as well, because this part of us is always going to be there, and I think it's great. So thanks again for taking the time for the interview, and thanks for
Okay.
bring your your energy to the show as well. Amazing.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, it was great. I think if you get the wrong interviewer, then you won't open up and be as open. So you must have done the right thing because you did.
Thank you
You
so
opened it up. Yeah.
much. Thank you. As you mentioned at the beginning, I think all of us, we have a talent. We have something about ourselves that we need to explore. We need to somehow, explore, and people, they appreciate that for sure. So appreciate your time. Before we go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by, or you can share a negative message as well, it's fine.
No, I think my main message would be, yeah, as a more negative person, it's so important to acknowledge the things that you have and the things that make the good days good. And I think for anyone, even if like you're the most positive person in the world, it's so important to just take a second and just think about
Mhm.
your friends, your family, the thing, maybe your job. In another life, you didn't have any of that, so just think about how it could have been. So yeah.
Totally. Amazing. Very good. Thanks again. Regards to your family and friends, and keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Okay. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Take care. Bye bye. Wait. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.